Hey guys, I'm Beth, and I am doing my Writer's Quote Wednesday blog. Colleen over at Silver Threading on WordPress started this, and I will link her down below. She's been begging people, like really just shamelessly begging us, to do a video with the quotes. She wants to see them spoken and possibly sung. I'm not singing. To just get a different feel for them as opposed to putting the pictures and the quotes in a written form and just putting them out there for you. So I finally gave in to the pressure because she mentioned it again on my vlog suggestions post the other day. Those of you watching this in WordPress, all of the other quotes that I don't use will be underneath. Those of you on YouTube, I will link the blog so you can go see all of the quotes in Word form and the ones that I don't use as well. This week I wanted to talk about image. Now, I started out thinking about how people tell us what we need to be, and from a young age we are everything that everybody tells us to do, and we try so hard, and a lot of people have anxiety because of it, and it's just getting worse and worse, and we have to fit into little niches and boxes and put ourselves there, and a lot of us don't exist well inside of a box, especially if you are a creative type, an artist, an author, a singer, whatever it is that you do. You can be a lot of people, you can be a lot of different things, and you take your favorite pieces of those and they come together to form you. So when people are telling you exactly what they think you ought to be, then you kind of shatter all of the pieces you've put together of yourself and suppress them trying to be what everybody else wants. So those people, surprise, surprise, they have a lot of other people telling them exactly what they're supposed to be. So it is a vicious cycle. And some very important, very wise people have said some beautiful things about this. And these are not necessarily just about how you look or how you act. These are about trying to be yourself and pushing yourself to do what you want to do. So the first couple I'm going to tell you are from J.K. Rowling, because J.K. Rowling. I'm not going to regale you with all of the tales of her existence before she became the famous author of Harry Potter, but I am going to remind you that she spent 7 years writing and rewriting the first book. I think it was 5 before she got an agent, and then it was another couple of years before they found anyone interested in publishing it, and then it was rejected, and then somebody else got it. And so she knows what she's talking about here. And she says, "It is impossible to live without failing at something, unless you live so cautiously that you might as well not have lived at all, in which case you fail by default." You know what that means? It means if you just sit there watching YouTube videos thinking I could be a writer and you never go write, then you're never going to be a writer, and you're just going to be that kid sitting at the computer watching YouTube videos. But you can finish my video before you go write. Just saying. If you want to do something, if you feel like you need to do something and you never do it, that's just sad. That just means that you fail at it. If you're afraid of failure so you don't go try, then you fail anyway. So what's the point? You already failed. You might as well try it. The other J.K. Rowling quote that I have is, "I just write what I want to write. I write what amuses me. It is totally for myself." J.K. Rowling, the creator of the world of Harry Potter, the woman who brought us muggles and wizards and Dobby the house elf, the woman who created Quidditch, just writes for herself. She did not write all of those books just because she knew little Elizabeth Tyree was going to be reading them, hanging on every word, and still crying at the end of the books. However long it's been later, every time I read them, I have huge emotional outbursts and breakdowns and everything that an author wants from their readers. I have all of those feelings, and she did not do any of it for me or you or anybody else. She did it for herself. Now then, the next quote I have is Eleanor Roosevelt said, "The reason that fiction is more interesting than any other form of literature to those who really like to study people is that in fiction, the author can really tell the truth without humiliating himself," which is just both beautiful and incredibly sad. And the last quote that I am going to give you in this video is by Lori Halse Anderson from Speak. When people don't express themselves, they die one piece at a time. You'd be shocked at how many adults are really dead inside, walking through their days with no idea who they are, just waiting for a heart attack or a Mack truck to come along and finish the job. It's the saddest thing I know. And that is incredibly poignant and incredibly sad. So I will leave the rest of the quotes and those underneath on the blog, and the blog linked underneath on the YouTube video so you guys can find them. And I hope you have a great rest of the week, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.